Great morning, business owners and managers, and welcome to another awesome episode of CX in the Morning, Customer Experience in the Morning. I am your host, Mr. Wes Walters, and on every single CX in the Morning, I bless you with customer service tips, customer experience tricks, and I leave you with gems. And by gems, I mean actionable takeaways that you can implement at the speed of now. Mr. Jason, how are you, sir? I see you on Instagram. How has your week been so far, brother? How has everyone's week been? The check-in before the lesson. How has everyone's week been? How has everyone's week been? It's Hump Day Wednesday. It's literally split in the month of September right down the middle. Good. Jason said he's been doing great. Awesome. How has your week been? YouTube and Facebook world. How has your week been? Don't be scared. Just let me know how your week has been. And I don't mean how you feel. I'm talking about the metrics. What did the data say? Is the business going well so far for the week? Do we need to double up on some things, or do we need to stay the course? Check in before the lesson. Absolutely. This is going to be a real quick show. So this is going to be possibly 10 minutes long. This is going to be an In-N-Out burger. In-N-Out, right? So the topic of this show, I'm not sure if you can see it, is one simple, not five. Normally I have 5 simple ways, 4 simple ways, 7 simple ways. This is one simple way to gain the trust of your customers. One simple way to gain the trust of your customers. Of course, you're like, well, why wouldn't you want to get the trust of your customers? So without further ado, let's just jump right into the juggling. One simple way to gain the trust of your customers is to show them that you trust them. Ta-da! The magic show. Ta-da! Yeah, it's that simple. Show your customers that you trust them and they will trust you. It's that simple. Now, you have to show them that you trust them first, because we live in a time where there's a lot of scams. We live in a times where customers are bringing past hurts into each transaction. Imagine your customers that you're interacting with right now, they're dealing with the past hurts of being scammed, the past hurts of poor customer service, of a poor customer experience. They're dealing with all of that, and they're bringing that to the transaction, especially if it's a new customer. So they're sizing you up. Like I talked about, they're watching your social media. They're watching your website. They want to see if this person's audio and video sync up. We used to use that in the video as an editor. Want to be sure that your audio and your video sync up, because I see your audio of it, your video doing this, but your audio is saying this. So that customer is weighing their options. Okay, should I trust or can I trust this person? How do you mitigate or circumvent all of that confusion? You show them trust at the beginning. You show the customer, hey, I trust you. I'm happy that you're here, but hey, we have bigger problems to deal with than to worry about, gaining trust. So we trust you. You automatically come to the discussion. You come to the relationship with 100% trust, and you have to prove that you're no longer worthy of that trust. So come into the situation with trust. So you want to give them that trust at the beginning of the transaction. So I'll say, how do you do that, Wes? How do you show customers that you trust them so that they can trust you? So even before we jump into that, by showing that you trust them, what it does is it releases that feel-good drug, that oxytocin, which is key to forming lasting relationships. Jason says, when there is a lag between your audio and your visual, end up with a mixed message. Absolutely. When your audio and your video are not in sync, you send out mixed messages. So you have the customer deciding, should I pay attention to the video or should I pay attention to the audio? Because they're not in sync. Which one is the truth? So that's why it's paramount for you to have the audio and your video in sync, meaning saying what you mean and meaning what you say, and having integrity, doing what you say you're going to do. So by showing trust, what this does is it releases the customer, from the customer's point of view, it releases that feel good chemical, oxytocin, the mighty oxytocin, which is key, of course, in forming all relationships. Now, any relationship that you have that's that you value, whether it's a mother to child, child to mother, husband to wife, wife to mother, wife to husband, any lasting relationship that you have, you want to give thanks to oxytocin. Oxytocin is the one that gave you the green light to say, hey, put your guards down. This is good. This is safe. And that's what you want to do. And that's what you do on a subconscious level. Once you show the customer, hey, there's nothing to fear here. I trust you. That customer feels warm and fuzzy on the inside, and it'll be like, okay, if he trusts me, then I trust him. You see how that works? But it has to be, you have to, as a business owner, you as the business, you have to display and exhibit that trust first. You have to do it, because they're coming to you with their guards up like, oh, I've heard that before. Or is this another scam? So you want to let them know, hey, put your guards down. There's no scam. What you see is what you get. I said it's $10. It's $10. So again, you want to show that first. Now, how do you do that? By being transparent. By being transparent. You can show that by being transparent. By showing, I actually took a picture of, where is it? To show you exactly what I mean about being transparent. I actually have a picture to show what I mean. There it is. So here is a picture of from Chipotle, right? Chipotle had, let's share screen so you can see it. Let's share screen so you can see exactly what I mean. Great. So here it is. So I'm gonna let you see Jason. Jason, so this is a sign from Chipotle. You know what? Let me turn the camera around. So this is a sign from Chipotle. Complete transparency, where they say, hey, this is actually from Chipotle. So it says, due to the supply shortages, this restaurant is currently serving conventionally raised chicken. We'll be back to our unconventional ways as soon as possible. So here it is. Chipotle is being completely honest and transparent, saying, hey, this chicken is going to taste different. Now, notice Chipotle has this sign before you place the order. They have the sign before you place the order. So they don't have the sign while you're sitting down. So after you bite into it, you can be like, this tastes different. Then you see the sign on the table say, oh, by the way, you're eating different chicken. No. They have the sign there before you order so that you can be, hey, out of transparency, we normally have vegetarian fed chicken. We normally have free range chicken. We normally have blank chicken, fill in the blank, but we don't have that right now. We're out of that. So we have conventional chicken that they serve at Popeyes. So we have the same chicken that you would find at KFC, at Popeyes. We are using that chicken right now. So don't freak out. But again, it's out first. That's a way of reinforcing trust into the customer. The customer's like, hey, I trust them, because whenever they have a shortage, the first person that's going to know that there's a shortage is me. They're not going to try to give me a lesser grade of a chicken for the same price. Notice that. So this is the company showing, hey, customers, I trust you. Not only I trust you, I respect you. This is not the quality that we normally serve. However, newsflash, I'm going to let you know about it before you let me know about it. And as soon as we get our normal chicken, we're going to let you know. They are acknowledging their ecologically friendly customer. Exactly. That helps their brand. Jason just said it. Chipotles are recognizing the ecologically friendly customers, the ones who are very fine-tuned in regards to what they put into their bodies. Like, hey, some people are not, some customers, when they see the sign, they're going to do an about face and say, well, hey, I will come back in a week when you have the chicken that I'm used to. And that's fine. Chipotle is fine with that, but they are fine with knowing that they're going to keep that customer for the lifetime, that they have calculated the lifetime value of this customer is more important than missing 1 or 2 sales because we're out this week. Chipotle know the lifetime value of this customer is way more important than 2 transactions of this customer this week, because next week they're going to be back with the real chicken. So that's a quick way of gaining trust or showing trust to your customers. Another way is with pricing, being honest, letting them know, hey, this is how much it costs. This is how much we're getting it from our supplier, and this is how much we're charging you. So anyone who understands business will understand, of course, there's going to be an upcharge, and being transparent with your customers is a way of gaining trust, saying, hey, look, yes, we are selling it to you for 10. We are buying it for 7. Well, we are buying it for 3. So we're getting a $7 profit. Yes, transparency. Knowing that, hey, if we want to continue to operate at a world-class level, if we want to continue to give you the service that you want at a world-class level, it costs us to have premium pricing so that we can hire employees to deliver that service. Anyone who understands business will not have a problem with that. Anyone who's going to be like, why did you pay $7 for it, but you're charging me? Why did you pay $3 for it and you're charging me 10? That's not fair. Then they don't understand business. Anyone who understands business know that, yes, you're going to buy it for cheaper, and you're going to add a upcharge to it, and you're going to sell it. That's how you make a profit. Anyone who understands business will clearly get that, and there shouldn't be a problem. How do you show trust again? Availability, being honest and say, hey, this business was created around my lifestyle and I don't work on Saturdays. This business was created around my lifestyle and I don't work on Sundays. Jason's mother has a food truck and a catering service, and that business was created around her lifestyle where she doesn't work on Sundays. It's that simple. I'm sorry, she doesn't work on Saturdays. I'm sorry. I apologize, Jason. She doesn't work on Saturdays. But my point is, as a business owner, you can create the business around your life, and being transparent, showing trust, again, is being vulnerable and say, hey, this business is my dream and it's my life. And because of that, my religious views is on Sundays we go to church, or on Saturdays we go to church. So we don't do business on that day, and on the other day we're available is Sundays or Saturday. Perfect example: Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is showing the customer, hey, I trust you, and I'm willing to be vulnerable. We are not open on Sundays. As much as you love our chicken sandwiches, Chick-fil-A has given all of the employees the right to worship on Sunday. So they created that business around their belief system, that on Sundays we worship. Whether you worship or not, our employees have the right, all of our employees have the right to worship on Sundays. So we're closed on Sundays. Monday through Saturday, you can get all the chicken you want, but on Sundays, it's a day of rest. That's a way of building trust with your customers. Another way is, let's just say, making it easy to establish credit with your company without the lengthy applications and the lengthy screening processes. Showing trust, like, hey, you're a good person, you want credit, we got you. Another way of showing trust to your customer, which will be reciprocated, that you trust them, they will trust you, is by sharing confidential information without making the customer have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Simple ways to gain trust with your customers. Now, I want to be very clear. Trusting your customers does not mean that you should sign up for risky business practices. All right, when your gratification is delayed, the urge becomes stronger. Chick-fil-A. Jason says, when your gratification is delayed, the urge becomes See, Chick-fil-A has mastered that. They know that if you can't have Chick-fil-A on Sundays, Mondays, you're going to be back with a vengeance. Jason is right. Yes. So actually not being open on Sunday boosts Monday's sales. Chick-fil-A is on to something. So again, I want to be very clear that just because you're trusting your customer does not mean that you should sign up for risky business practices. And here's why. A lot of the stuff that you are going to trust the customer with can be done in the background, in stealth mode, running the background checks, the credit checks. All of that stuff can be done in the background in stealth mode. And especially if they're loyal customers, chances are you already have their social. Chances are you already have their mailing address. Chances are you already have their phone number. So if they're a loyal customer, chances are you already have a customer profile already created. So a lot of this stuff can be done in stealth mode in the back when you're showing that, hey, I trust you. You need an application? We got you. Here we go. Let's keep the transaction going. Simple ways to exhibit trust into the customer, and in return, the byproduct of that, the customer trusting you. Now, here's a little research that I found, which was mind-blowing to me. Now, before we even get to that, by showing the customer that you trust them and that they trust you, automatically your conversion rates go through the ceiling. Automatically your conversion rates go through the ceiling. Here's why. Because this customer has already put their guards down. They're not operating from you. They don't see you as the sleazy used car salesman. They don't see you as the salesperson that's trying to, all he's concerned about is commission. They don't see you as that salesperson that all he is trying to get a sale, and all they are a number and a transaction. No, so their guards are down. So automatically your conversion rate goes up. Like Jason, I know Jason very well. If Jason calls me and say, hey, Wes, just cash at me $50, I'll explain it later. I'll cash app him $50 because the trust is there. I don't have to. What is it about? Is it a network marketing? Is it a multi-level marketing company? Is it a pyramid scheme? Is it this? No, I trust Jason enough that if Jason says, hey, I'll tell you about it later. I got this great option. Send me $50 and I'm going to get you involved. I'm thinking it's probably some amazing stock investment option or something to do that is going to flip that money. I trust Jason enough to know that he's going to turn that $50 into more. And guess what? It's only $50. The trust that Jason has made enough deposits into my emotional bank account that even, let's just say it's the worst investment ever and I lose the $50 because he has made more deposits, rather more deposits than he's made withdrawals in my emotional bank account, then I don't mind losing the $50 because the trust is there with Jason. And same thing with your customers are doing the same thing with you. And a text message comes in and ruin my life, right? So your customers are doing the same thing with you. The trust has to be there, but you have to show the trust first. And I know it's hard for a lot of people, like, I don't know them. No, trust me, it will pay. It pays dividends if you do this in this order. If you exhibit trust first, it pays dividends. Now, real quick, research says adding this sentence at the end of your offering boosts sales. Now, of course, you can remix it. The sentence is, you can trust us to do the job for you. That simple sentence, here's the statistics. And of course, you can remix it for your business. Now, the sentence is, you can trust us to do the job for you. You can remix that in any shape or form. But here's the results. By using that sentence at the end of your brand promise, fair pricing, the customer's perception of that you're charging them a fair price goes up, increases about 7%. By adding this sentence, you can trust us to do the job for you. And of course, remixing it by whether we can do the job better than anybody else, you can trust us with your job, anything. Remixing that sentence in any shape or form, the customer's perception is that you are charging them a fair price, increases 7%. Customers' perception that you care about them increases 11%. Jason says, you get in that back on my own pocket. You get in that back out of my own pocket. Of course, Jason said, the trust is, so my trust in Jason is that If I gave him that $50 and it was a rogue investment, let's just say it was not what he thought about, Jason, the trust that I have, the integrity that I know with Jason, is going to be like, look, here's that $50 back, and here's $5 for your time for the bad issue. That's the level of respect that Jason has for me and I have for Jason. So it's not even a concern. I wasn't even expecting the money back, but Jason's like, yo, I got you on that. But again, moving along to the statistics, fair treatment, the customer's perception about that they're getting fair treatment increases 20%. Here's this. This blew my mind. Quality, the customer's perception about the quality of the service that you're providing increases by 30%. And this one was just on another level, 33% of the customer's perception about you being competent and about you being able to deliver on the promise increases by 33%. So just by adding, you can trust us to do the job for you at the bottom of your brand statement, and again, remixing that sentence to whatever it needs to be. These are the numbers. Fair prices, the customer's perception of fair price increases about 7%. The customer's perception that if you care increases about 11%. The customer's perception if they're receiving a fair treatment increases 20%. The customer's perception about if this is a good quality increases 30%. And of course, the customer's perception if you are competent increases 33%. So we can see the value of displaying trust and how it's reciprocated. Again, it's the mirror effect. You trust them, they're going to trust you. So that's it. It's not 5, it's not 7, it's just one simple tool that you can use to gain trust in your customers. And that simple tool is that you have the power. The onus is on you. All you have to do is exhibit and display trust to the customers first, and it will be reciprocated. That's it. I told you it was only going to be 1, not 5. That's all we have. And I wish you guys an amazing, amazing day. Looking forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday for another awesome customer experience in the morning, 6 in the morning. If you need help initiating trust, if you need help building or installing trust into your customer experience strategy, then all you got to do is go to workwithwes.com, and someone from my team will gladly reach out to you to give you a free customer experience audit. And yeah, my pleasure, Jason. You have an amazing, productive day and a great, productive week. See you next Wednesday. And that's it, guys. Quick and easy. I told you 10 minutes. We took 20 minutes. We doubled the time. So good. We had to do it twice, right? We doubled the time. But anyway, wish you guys a great, productive day, and peace. And I'm out of here.